How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? It's a day of another day we call Thursday, and it would have been said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything they need to do as far as their life, as far as being productive and, you know, knocking down doors and never letting no one deter you of the dreams that you want to do as far as, you know, living your life and living your truth. Anyway, the being said, what's going on, people? I want to talk to you about something that's now hitting the internet. I don't know if it's true, I don't know if it's false, I don't know if it's allegedly. We already know the thirst is real, so, you know, people will do anything as far as get famous and stuff, you know, as far as, you know, reaching on to the, Pulse nightclub act as far as, you know, just basically getting their visibility out there and stuff. So, you know, I said what's going to do back, of course, because of you know who, and but I'm going to do this in reference to this because I found it to be very interesting. Now, allegedly, the person who has been in a relationship with Omar has risen. Now, I don't know if he's been around for a while or, you know, that he's just been with the FBI, you know, going through documents and stuff before he's been released, because we already know they now released a 911 call in reference to the police, which we already kind of heard about it already in reference to that. But his name is Miguel, and Miguel is coming to you, and he's in disguise, I guess, because he doesn't want people to know who he is and what he looks like and stuff like that. So he made a video appearance in reference to Omar, and what he's stating is that they met on Grindr. You know, that's the gay app as far as the gay dating app. So he is allegedly the guy, I'm assuming, that got in contact with the FBI when all the reports came out that, you know, that Omar was on Grindr. So I'm believing that, in my mind, that Omar is the one who threw out there as far as being a Grindr. You know, reports had speculated about him to the media. So this is the thing. Omar allegedly met, Miguel allegedly met Omar on Grindr. It's a it's a gay dating website. Was a gay dating app. And he said that Omar was confused and he was struggling with his sexual identity. And he has a Muslim upbringing. And Omar was a heavy drunk. So basically, he was dealing with his sexuality and stuff, allegedly, that he was, you know, dealing with it by the fact that he was a Muslim and it was shamed upon within the Muslim community. And he is bisexual, allegedly gay, and, you know, whatever case may be. But he also stated that Omar hated Puerto Ricans. And the reason why he hated Puerto Ricans, in my mind, because he felt as though they could get him to do things sexual, which he wouldn't want to do, but due to the fact that they were Puerto Ricans, he loved them so much that he felt that he couldn't consume himself as a human being and do things with them that he would never want to do if it wasn't for them, you know, blame the victim. Anyway, so he said he acted out of fear, and he had been, okay, this is the whole thing that's going on as well. He said that he was this whole thing how allegedly supposed to be transpired. Omar supposedly allegedly had a threesome, basically two Spanish guys, Puerto Ricans, and one of them had got back contact him and told him that he was HIV positive. And Omar went and got tests done and started, you know, to find out if he was HIV positive, which allegedly he was not. But he just didn't feel like the test was very accurate. So evidently in his mind, he felt as though they set him up and they gave it to him. So he believed that the two men, you know, basically I said that. So Omar tested negative. I said that. The reason Omar is telling, okay, Miguel is telling the story because he wants people to know that he does not believe that Omar is a terrorist. He describes Omar as loving and he likes to cuddle and stuff like that, you know. And the reason why he's telling this story is he didn't want people to believe, you know, that he's a terrorist. And he said he did it in reference to revenge. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a, you know, I'm gonna shoot the video over to you because it's just a video that came out in reference to Miguel talking about Omar Mateen, and he's explaining to people that Omar was not exactly a terrorist at all, and he's basically said it was about revenge on Puerto Ricans because they felt as though he had contacted HIV, he was HIV positive, and which it was not, but he felt as though the test wasn't accurate, and he felt upset, and and stuff like that. Anyway, here's the video right here.
This crazy, horrible thing he did, it was a revenge. Revenge.
You think that this was not terrorism?
I don't.
You think that it was revenge for gay Puerto Ricans from which he felt rejected?
Yes, I do, because like I told him to the FBI agents, if you are a terrorist and you really want to kill a lot of people, you don't go to polls.
Okay, you see that? Now I know you're probably looking at his face, so it's like, what's all this up in his face? Well, that's the disguise he uses reference to, hiding his face. You know what I found to be very amazing, how he could get in contact with this type of product to make his face look so, disguised like that. Because most time I watch people do disguises, they put a wig on and, beard and mustaches, but his whole face looked like he basically got a whole what do they call that, prosthetic makeover, they put the plastic stuff all over your face, so it looked like he basically spent some money or got someone else to do it, which also makes me go into question as well. So he was basically saying that he defaulted as a terrorist. Now I don't know if you know about this part of the story as far as the Pulse nightclub with Omar, which is 29 years old. Okay, now Omar was actually, they had Latin night, at Pulse nightclub. Now, allegedly, Omar was already in the club. This is what the story is stating. He got there a little early to Pulse nightclub. Now, as you sit inside Pulse nightclub, you get there early and stuff, and you watch people start coming in, you start noticing, oh wow, it's a crowd coming in. Oh wow, it's a lot of people coming in. So he noticed that was crowd developing. So he went back home and he got the guns and the handgun and rifle, and he came back. See, I didn't know that, and it's horrifically sad, and the thing about it was that I just don't understand how a person, before I go into, let me just finish reading the story. Okay, Omar told the police, okay, because we didn't know, the 911 call, from the FBI and stuff. We talk about 911. He shouted out, stop killing my people, ISIS, all that stuff he was saying and stuff. So, if they try something stupid. Anyway, so it's just really sad, and stuff like that, and, basically that's what it's saying. So, I just want to read that out to you because I want to make sure I got everything to you, reference to that. But this is the thing. Allegedly, he had a problem with Puerto Ricans because he felt as though they didn't really like him and they didn't treat him the fair way because he really liked him. He didn't feel accepted by the Puerto Ricans. So he got upset with them and stuff like that, and he felt as though they made him do things that he didn't want to do because basically he couldn't hold his composure with it because he was so attracted to Puerto Ricans. Oh yes, that's the thing. He was attracted to Puerto Ricans, and that was his, everybody has a thing, a certain sexuality or a certain race or whatever the case may be they like. Well, his thing was that he liked Puerto Ricans. So this is the thing. He felt rejected by him, and he felt this, okay, yeah, like I just said. He felt rejected by them and stuff like that, and he was upset because he felt like they didn't really take him on seriously because that's what he liked it the most. So what he did was, like he said before, he didn't kill, he didn't want to kill black people because he had no problem with black people, but yet still he shot them and killed them as well. And also, he wanted to state the fact that, that he felt rejected by Puerto Ricans, so what he did was he went in, he stayed, okay, listen to the thing. He stayed in their club. Well, he went to that club on Latin night. He stayed there. He basically was around Post nightclub for like 3 years. So he stayed around them. He noticed the nights. He learned how. He got familiar with how everything runs about. He basically sat inside of their whole place and stuff like that, and heatedly couldn't deal with his sexuality. And he went back in just to kill him because of something that was mental in his mind. At first I thought the story was very fabricated and stuff like that, but reports are going out and stuff like that, and of course, me, I'm going to let you know exactly what I thought about it as far as, this guy, Miguel, saying that he was a nice guy, he called him stuff like that, and, they basically went to hotels over 20 times and stuff like that, and, basically they was having sex, and Miguel, the lover, also stated that Omar's wife knew about them, having sex, and she knew about their encounter and stuff, which I don't believe that she did. But you never know in this world we live in. And, the hate is real as far as self-hatred. When it comes down to people, when it comes down to their sexuality and religion, and when people put so much on people as far as their sexuality. But I just want to give this information in reference to his lover. So this is the lover. I'm assuming in my mind that when we start finding out about these apps and stuff, he was talking, and also other people that came forth. They're scared to show their face, saying that he basically messed with them as well. So I would love to hear how you feel about this story. Do you really believe that that's his lover, or was his gay lover and stuff? And my thing is, even though he defends him and saying, he was, basically, I think he wants to believe that Omar was really not a bad guy. I guess that's the reason why he's coming forward. But to me, I feel as though, we would never buy that story of not being a bad guy. He was like, he liked the code, and he liked the love when he couldn't deal with his sexuality. And even if he couldn't deal with his sexuality, he didn't have to make everybody pay for something that had nothing to do with them. And the sad part about it is that when we start teaching people to hate, and we stop doing this, this troll of hate that we do, I don't know when it's ever going to stop. And to be honest, I don't think it ever will in my book, because I was going through, other Orlando killings as far as the Pulse nightclub, and I cannot believe all the things that I see, and there were victims telling their story in reference to what's happening to them, and people are calling them actors and saying it was a hoax and saying their stories are fake and stuff like that. I just find it so amazing how people take out so much time to show hate. To someone who's sharing a story to let you know their nightmare. They say, well, it's fraud, it's fake, and to me, I just find it so amazing how much the greed that they'll go to try to prove a point. These people had lives. They were not people, and people, they'll go back to, like, there was this one girl, she was a reporter and stuff, and she got shot and stuff. And I think she read a poem before she did the interview. They were saying that she's an actress and she's trying to get her fame and come up and stuff like that. To me, everybody handles their trauma differently. Some people let the story shaking, some people tell the story crying, some people tell the story laughing, everybody reacts to horrific things very differently. No one really acts to things the way people think they would, and some people just go crazy. And to me, I always say live and let live, and until we do that, we're going to have more copycats and stuff like that. Also, as of today, they have a development story about a movie theater, I think in Germany. The guy went in and shot up people in there as well. And it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until people start taking responsibility for their actions or what they're doing. And and anyway, I don't want to fade up the story, but do you believe this? Do you believe this is Omar's lover? Do you believe that? Do you understand why he's hiding his face? I mean, I guess because he's probably fearful for his life. But do you believe him? Do you believe he's actually his lover, or was his lover, and they've been to bed 20 times, and and he's letting people know that he was not a terrorist? And it doesn't matter whether he was a terrorist or not. He's a killer. He killed people. He just went home and just... Anyway, but I would love to hear how you feel about this. And I would love to hear, do you believe it? Do you believe there's more people like him? do you believe that this is just somebody with a come up, you know? And, you know, the sad part about it, I don't even know what to say as far as me. I don't know whether to believe it or not believe it, because, like I said before, yesterday, the things I've seen online has burnt my eyes. I cannot believe how people will take out so much time to show another person hate. And the hate is real. Anyway, the being said, I'd love to hear what you say about this. I want to let you know I love you. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. What you to do, I want you the best way that you can. And then nobody likes me. Forward.